Taylor Cocke here for Yahoo Esports. I'm sitting here with Amaz from Team Archon. How are you doing today, Amaz?
Yeah, I'm doing good. We just had an announcement, so that was pretty cool.
I really want to talk to you about sort of the esports side of things, where you see things going in 2016. What are some of the things that you're most excited about going into the new year?
Ooh. Well, last year was really fun because I organized the ATLC for $250,000. So I'm pretty excited to do the second series. We just have to finalize, sponsors and logistics and everything.
So the sort of the biggest story though coming into the new year is the standard changes. So the format completely shifting. What are your thoughts about that? What are your impressions?
Well, being an influencer, we kind of knew about this a little bit earlier on. Sure. They're asking us, like what ideas we had, whether standard is going to be a good thing or not. And I think standard is the way to move forward, right? You don't want to see a card that's like super powerful, that's just gonna not only determine the meta game for a long time, but also inhibits the design of other cards from existing, right? For example, like Dr. Boom. If Dr. Boom is always in the system, some new cards might not even get played because it's just such a strong card. It's just too overwhelming.
Something that happens in other card games when they have these sort of format shifts is the older cards continue to get played in other formats. So would you be excited about a wild tournament?
Yeah, wild tournaments are gonna be cool. Obviously, the norm would be standard because new players come in, they don't want to collect all the cards. It's very overwhelming to them to have a full collection while still being competitive because the barrier entrance is so high. So yeah, it definitely has a place. But for the actual very, very competitive ones, we're gonna go standard.
What are some of the decks that you're most excited to see go away?
Well, there's a lot of changes that we don't know about yet, right? Sure. I mean, there are some classic cards that might be changed, but then with the removal of Naxxramas and JVG, we're gonna see less Paladins, hopefully. But we don't know about the new Paladin cards. But Should Have Made Bot, Muster for Battle, those cards are kind of it was cool at the time, but now it's you just don't want to face against it anymore, right? Because it's like a 2-mana 2/2 Divine Shield just stops so much divine space. You cannot make a 2-mana 3/2 anymore. Knife Juggler just gets punished by that even. It was just kind of insane. So I'm happy of those cards kind of parsed out, and Paladin can maybe have a new direction, new theme or something like that. That's the one that I'm most excited to see out of the meta.
I'm sad to hear that as a huge mid-range Paladin player.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I'm in a little bit of trouble. Awesome, Amaz. Thank you so much for talking to us. For more on Hearthstone, keep it right here on Yahoo Esports.